of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Stays on his feet. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against it?
Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their number one goal was to get him to 3rd down and long situations. Not 3rd and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Touchdown! It's caught at the 1. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wentz.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
3 yards remain for second down. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Wentz.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Second and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And Kansas City drafted McCall Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
Powers past him at the 5.
And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now for Wentz.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward...
This is intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off near the 32. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
A carry for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
And that's Alex Okafor who gets in to register the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's complete to Turner. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Into the red zone. Wentz.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Now a handoff looking right, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. On first down, Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Go. 20.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year. 2nd among NFL tight ends.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nickell Robey-Coleman.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Wentz.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10.
They'll run with Gibson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in?
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about. About after this one.
Second and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. 30. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will extend this big lead.
Chiefs 41, Washington 10. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Wentz is thrown into the hands of McLaurin.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Working from the gun, Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter of MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the 1st round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.